Hello YouTube, Simon here, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be continuing on with our Final Fantasy IX guide, and I'm going to be showing you, courtesy of Red Mario 13 Nanaki 36, one of my viewers who shared this tip with us, along with a whole bunch of help from Stream Chat, that you can get the very nice White Wind Blue magic ability for Quina on Disc 1. Now a lot of people still don't know about this, so it's a good little tip to be aware of. And this becomes available once you have access to the Gizmaluke Grotto area. So this is the dungeon that you go through on the way to Burmecia. And once you find this area with the two Moogles, you're going to head up the vine here into the outdoor plateau area on the world map. Now, you may have used this area before if you've done any Grand Dragon farming on the plains. Well, the enemy we're after today, the Garuda enemy, is actually accessible in the forest area. Now, these monsters are tough. Just like the Grand Dragons, they're not typical Disc 1 enemies. So for goodness sake, make sure you save before you attempt this method. And what you're looking for in the forest area only is a single enemy, which is the Garuda, and no other enemy with it. So you might also get a friendly Garuda. If this is the case and you're doing this earlier, you won't have the item it's after, so just escape from that battle, which is what I do. That way, you know, you'll still be able to encounter it later on. That's if you get the friendly creature. If you get two Garudas together, you're probably going to want to, you know, escape that battle if you can, or reload or whatever. You're after just one Garuda here because these guys hit hard. And they also have about 3,500 hit points, which means you're going to need to kind of be tallying up in your head just how much damage you do to these things before, you know, you try and eat them. So what I'm going to recommend is, first of all, have Vivi cast slow. Now, Vivi can cast slow if you looted the Mage's Hat, I believe it's called, which is an item in the Gizmaluke's Grotto itself. So you should definitely have access to that ability. It doesn't always work, so you might have to cast it a couple of times to get it to actually afflict the creature. But once you do, it's going to help out quite a lot. And what you're going to notice is that the Garuda here is able to cast its own time magic in the form of stop. So the only way you can really remove that early on in the game is by casting remedies. And you need to really keep on top of it, because if all party members are either incapacitated or stopped, or just a combination of both of those, then you are going to get a game over. So make sure you have a nice healthy supply of Phoenix Downs as well. And I went into this battle with 5 remedies. I think I ended up using about 3 of them, though one of them did get wasted, as you could see. And all we're going to do then is have Freya using jump, and a combination of Quina and Zidane unleashing physical attacks as well. And once you've done about 3,000 points of damage, then you're going to be able to eat this creature and learn the ability... Oh, they shot me already. Sorry about that. That's just me tapping the mic. Then you're going to be able to learn White Wind. Now, the abilities that this monster can inflict on you, you've already seen Stop, and you've already seen the physical attack that kills a single target, or is likely to kill a single target at your level. There is another ability that you need to be aware of, and that is Aerial Slash. Now, Aerial Slash is one of those nuisance abilities that you can't really do much about. However, fortunately, it isn't cast all that often. And when it is cast, it does a range of damage between, I think it's 300 and about 1,200 points of damage. So it has a chance of one-shotting your entire party, but it also has a chance of not killing anybody. And as I say, it's only used infrequently. So you kind of just have to put up with that, unfortunately, and hope that you don't get a bad Aerial Slash during your ability or during your attempt at learning White Wind. Now, I was quite fortunate. I think we did get hit with Aerial Slash during this attempt, but not to the point where it actually killed us or wiped us out. So just stay on top of the other single target abilities. Make sure you get people back to life. That just obviously gives your other party members a higher chance of survival, since it creates more cannon fodder. And that's pretty much all there is to it. The only other tip that I really want to share with you guys is make sure once you do successfully learn White Wind, and it could take a few attempts, just bear that in mind, but once you do finally get to learn it, just make sure that you, before you do anything else, actually save your game. The last thing you want to do is accidentally move you down on the world map, enter another enemy encounter with one of these tough fights, and get absolutely slaughtered. Okay, so the moment you're back at the world map after exiting the victory screen, go ahead and save. And there we have it. We learned White Wind. Like I say, a nice ability, one that's fairly useful to get early on, and we'll see you on your way going forward. Alright then guys, well that pretty much brings us to the end of this particular video. By the way, you saw we got a lot of experience there. Don't get tempted to farm experience in this forest, because you're much better off using the Grand Dragons on the main plains outside, due to the fact you get even more of that lovely experience. Anyway guys, that's it for me for today. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
This sounds like you're having fun.